Sakellaridis.
Wait, I know him as Aris. I can't pronounce his name.
ARIS Sakellaridis.
Talk to me about your book, because you were with Hank Steinbrenner. Talk to me about that book that you read.
This is my relationship with the most interesting Yankee that nobody ever knew. It's how we put together the Jay-Z concert in 2010, how we dealt with Jay-Z and Eminem, and the inside scoop on the A-Rod contract when they negotiated. This is the real deal.
The second time around, right?
The second time around. People are scared of this book because the truth hurts. And as you can see what's happening in America, nobody wants to hear the truth anymore. And this book is as real and as raw as you can get.
Let me ask you something, because I used to see you with Hank all the time. What did he see in you?
I kept it real with him. I didn't yes sir to him. I talked about my private parts, stuff like that. You know, I just kept it real. The type of woman we like. We talked about yeast infections on a woman, you know. And he just got a kick out of me because nobody would talk like this to him. And everybody around him had motives. So they would put on.
He read that you didn't have a motive.
Right. The corporate act. They would put the corporate act. But me, I kept it real, man. See this picture right here? Him and Jay-Z. How we dealt with him. A lot of pictures in this book. And of course, I got my haters. Of course, they're telling me this book is full of crap. This is real, brother.
I can.
It puts an end to the image, the Yankee image. You know?
Was it intimidating to, you know, once in a while having Hank, a Yankee, owner of the Yankees, right next to you?
You know, it's funny. We talked about that. I never looked at him as the owner of the Yankees. I looked at him as Hank, my homie, and that's how I treated him. I never asked him for tickets, right? Never. Let me tell you a quick story that's in the book. When Mariano Rivera retired, he sent his driver to come get me. He wanted me to sit with him. I refused to. I told his driver, "You tell Hank, nice try." He couldn't believe it. He wanted me to sit with him. And I told him, yo, there's a lot of shady stuff going on here, and if you don't address it, I'm not coming to your stadium anymore. Yeah.
Did you, behind the scenes, I'm sure there's a lot of stories that you can't go public on, but
they're in here.
Did you get an understanding of what's baseball really like, not what you see on the media?
Absolutely. Let me tell you, he put me in the shoes of an owner. You don't even have to fill up this stadium. They're still making money. The TV revenue. It's all about the TV revenue. That's why when it rains, they make the fans wait 4 hours. They couldn't care less about the fans. They got to get the game in and put it on TV so they could get their $3 million that day. Think about it. 2 million, 3 million times 162. That's good revenue.
And was he really concerned about his fans and the Steinbrenner name, with the legacy of the Steinbrenner family?
He knew his baseball, absolutely. We used to talk about the old school, and I used to tell him how the evil empire treats the fans now, you know, and he would listen. And I try to get him to sit in the bleachers with me to see how it really is. You know, I said, well, go over there. Nobody will know who you are. We'll just sit there, you know, put a hat on, lower in your face, and to see how the fans are being treated.
Now, Adi, let me ask you something. Could you go with Hank and let's say, yo, bro, I'm going to go get a 40, I'm going to just chill for a little while?
Absolutely.
Or it was always, you know,
no.
little white wine?
Absolutely.
So what kind of a guy was he? Like you could...
Oh, man, he was real as we can get. He was like me, you. He was as real as you can get when you spoke real to him. When you spoke real to him, because he had these guys.
So he could read when you were fake.
Oh, I would address it, you know, in front of the people, and he would get embarrassed, and he'd say, "Hey, do me a favor. I know what they're all about. Don't do that in front of me. That's embarrassing." Yes.
Now, obviously, when you lost a friend, well, how was it? When you lost him as a friend, that somebody that
man,
your tag team.
Man. What do you got? This man, when I met him, he was smoking 4 packs of cigarettes a day, right? I got him down to 2. That's still 40 cigarettes, 2 packs a day. And man, it was horrible, man, because I watched him break down in a matter of 3 months. You know, I went to see him one time. He was hanging on to me. I went back a week later. He was on a walker, using a walker. Another week later, he was in a wheelchair. I watched him just, boom, deteriorate, man, sad, man. I think about him all the time now, because he used to call me late at night he would call me, and we would just kick it.
And were you able to give some input on, like, who we're going to get as a manager and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Bring in more Yankee and stuff.
As a matter of fact, I wanted Tony Beasley to be the manager on his team. Yes. Talk about the New York Yankees. Yes. I gave him my list. I gave him Tony Beasley, Pat Murphy, the bench coach of the Milwaukee Brewers. Yes, I gave him my little list.
Did you say, you know what, we got to bring?
You know what you tell me? You know what you tell me? Call Cashman and tell him to set up interviews with these guys. You think Cashman did that? Hell no. Yes. Because Ray Negron gave me Cashman's number, right? I text Cashman. I'm still waiting for him. This is like 5 years later.
Wow, if we had easy, we probably would have been, in first place, not in last. So what was the inspiration between your book, writing this book? Let's tell all.
Everybody would ask me about Hank. Now I tell them, read the book. That's what the inspiration was. I want to keep his memory alive.
And you're keeping it real too.
Keeping it real. And you know what I'm pissed off about? He got shortchanged during the coronavirus because they had a patch, HGS, and it was only a 60-game season. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They should have had the patch for the next season too.
That's right.
Yeah, it's all in here.
Listen, man, I gotta thank you publicly because of you. It was the only chance I got to interview Hank, man, right there at a Yankee event. So thanks a lot for your time.
Got it, man. No problem.
And I'm gonna get your book, man.
Yeah.
This is the book.
Here's yours, brother.
Mis amores, solo paso por aquí para decirles que quiero que se suscriban al canal de las 5 esquinas.